Oh, there, that should work now. So, check me out, check me out. No audio. Yeah, audio should be working. Audio should be working now. Let me know. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I know there's no sound. Hello. Tell me if there is sound, please, my friends. Yeah, great. I'm sorry about that. Dan's not here to run the ship this week because this is not an episode of the podcast. This is an actual bonus live stream that I was going to do myself alone, but I figured that I'd invite a friend today. And, well, there's a bit of my hair stuck in my microphone. Apparently, people want me to raise the volume. I can do that, of course. There we are. I'm now at 0 dBs, which is a good number to be at. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I'll just take a little drink, and I'll introduce you to a very special co-host tonight. So, once again, this is not the Guitar Stories podcast, even though everything else is pretty much the same. The sad thing is Dan is not here. Dan has a serious case of either flu or possibly man flu. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to pick the moment that he's least paying attention and then bring him on screen. Here he is. Hello, Leigh. How you doing? I'm the same as I was about 5 minutes ago when we were chatting and I was swearing at the screen. I'm not sure that people can hear you, so I'm just going to check that. And they're probably complaining right now. But don't worry, I'll fix it. So, I've now fixed it. Leigh, they can now hear you. So, say hello, please.
Hello. Do I have sound now?
You should have sound. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. No, he's not muted. He's not muted. The stream is a few seconds behind us. So, Leigh, tell us about you and who you are, what you do, and I'll shut up.
Okay. I am a guitar player from a small place that you know quite well called Swansea, and I run my own YouTube channel, doing a lot of the same things you do, posting videos and having a bit of fun with it with guitars.
That's right.
Other things.
That's right. They were just checking that this audio is working. I'm actually using a different computer this week, Leigh. So that's why. Okay. Dan, if Dan is watching or watches at some point in the future, will laugh at the fact that every week we do something like this. We have a different gear setup.
Is this your new Mac?
No, this is the old one. But I'm actually. Do you want to go boring? Should we start boring? The boring version is that I have a Hackintosh which dual boots Windows and Mac, and normally I'm losing subscribers as I'm explaining this. Normally I'm running the Windows version, but today we're running Mac because I forgot to restart the computer.
Makes sense.
Okay, can people in the chat just please confirm that Leigh is coming through loud and clear, or at least clear?
Looks like.
No one's complaining anymore?
Yeah.
So Jordan Priest said the audio's good, but I don't know if that means my audio. Did you hear Leigh explain that he's a YouTuber? All good. Great. Jordan Priest confirms that it's good. Thank you, Valeria. Okay, in that case, Leigh, we're here for a very special reason, mate, to discuss Joe Bonamassa's merchandise store.
Yeah, we are indeed.
However, before we start, I thought I'd like the viewers of my channel to get to know you a little bit. So I've prepared a few questions as if we were either in a job interview or on a speed dating exercise where you could explain who you are and people can get to know you. How do you fancy that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, start with a nice simple one. What is your favorite color?
Probably blue or black.
Okay, so I said color. You've already cheated.
I've given you two, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is it? Okay, good. what would you say are your top 3 favorite music genres?
Blues, classic rock, and 80s hair metal.
Nice suggestions there. Pooh Ninja wants to know, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully in his job, whatever that is.
He's caretaker of the moon or something like that. But
That'll do.
okay. Lee, imagine you and I are flatmates, okay?
Okay.
Living together, and you're doing your job or working or whatever. And I shout, I've got a spare 5 minutes. I shout, Lee, I'm in the kitchen, mate. Do you want a sandwich? And you say, yeah, of course. And I say, what kind of sandwich do you want? And you can have any sandwich in the world that you want. Anything. It's a magic kitchen. What do you have?
Ooh. That is a tough question.
I know, it's a good one. Thought long and hard about this one.
Yeah, no, that is a good one. One of the best sandwiches I've had recently was a vegan pastrami sandwich. So I'll have to go with that.
Okay. I did say it was a magic kitchen, not a fantasy kitchen. You can get a vegan pastrami in Swansea.
You can.
Swansea.
You get electricity here now as well.
Blimey, Swansea has changed since I've been there. I've also noticed my accent's changed talking to you. I've gone more West Country, which is really enjoyable. All right, okay, we've got 2 more questions. Leigh, can you, Mr. Fuge, can you please tell me about a time that you were a hero in your workplace?
In my workplace?
Yes.
Well, I currently work on my own, so I guess I'm a hero all the time.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Oh, all right, then, well done. Well done. And last question.
Yes.
Now, I took this question from a strange job interviews question website. Apparently, we're going to make Leigh louder. So some people are complaining that Leigh's not loud enough. Leigh, I can't make you any louder from where I am. If you could boost your vocals, that'd be amazing.
How's that?
Oh, that's mighty loud. Yeah, that's much better. Let me just turn my mic down, my headphones down. Right, that's much better. Leigh, I got this from a job interview question website, and then we'll get on to the Joe Bonamassa stuff. Here we go. Where have you gone? There you are. Leigh, you've been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What would you do with the elephant?
I'd keep it in the back garden because it would really annoy my neighbour.
Do you not get on with your neighbours? Is he watching?
Probably not.
All right. Go give him a knock. I'm live on the internet. Oi, Pat. And just to confirm, I wasn't knocking vegan pastrami earlier. I just was amazed that there is such a thing.
Yeah, we get a lot of things in Swansea these days.
Right. Thank you for that. And hopefully the viewers have now got to know Leigh a little bit better, and now will want to come and see you on your channel to learn more vegan delicacies in the land of Swansea in South Wales. All right. We're here for a special reason. And before we start this special reason, I have to read out a disclaimer just in case there's any Joe Bonamassa fans or indeed Joe Bonamassa himself watching. Leigh, may I speak for you? Is that okay?
Fire away.
All right. Tonight we're going to be exploring Joe Bonamassa's merchandise store, but we are not showing any hate or any disrespect towards Joe Bonamassa as a person or as a musician, and everything we say is very, very light-hearted. However, Joe Bonamassa has the weirdest merchandise store on the internet, and he's very aware of that. Are we okay with that, Leigh?
Yeah, I think that's a fair disclaimer.
Thanks. I have a video of Joe Bonamassa that Leigh sent to me from a Premier Guitar rig rundown thing, and I ripped some of that video, so it's a few seconds of Joe Bonamassa explaining that he's aware of this. So, people in the chat and people watching, with your permission, I will play that video now, and this is Jobo explaining it himself.
These bonalocks, again, proving that I've never had an original idea in my life. I can just plaster my face on any of this junk and we're good.
So hopefully you heard that. If not, I'm going to play it one more time.
these bonalocks, I mean, again, proving that I've never had an original idea in my life. I can just plaster my face on any of this junk and we're good.
And there we go. That was Joe Bonamassa saying about his bonalocks, which Lee and I discussed earlier was like you were trying to say a rude word, but kind of disturbing that. Disguising. And then he said...
I say that all the time. When I drop things, bonalocks.
Oh, bonalocks. And also Lee, not Lee, the other one, Joe Bonamassa. He said that he'll stick his name on anything. Or his face, I think he said. So
I think he said both at some point, I think.
Okay, I got the face one. But before we move on, just one last thing. Studio Camille, our friend Michiel with the poker chips, would like to know, what would Lee name the elephant? I assume he means the elephant from the question before.
I would assume so. I would name the elephant Michiel. Because, like the elephant, Michiel is full of wisdom, and everyone loves an elephant, and everyone loves Michiel.
That's true. Okay, well, Michiel, I hope you're happy with that, and yeah. Joe Bonamassa, we should start. I just want to, actually, before we get onto it, I know I've said this several times, I'm so glad that this is the third time we've tried to make this video. So we've been trying to make this video on 2 occasions previous, or 2.5 really.
Yeah.
The first time we had technical issues, and I screwed up, and Lee didn't have any headphones, which made things a right nightmare in the editing process. Then we did it again, and then, as I explained to Lee earlier, it lost a little bit of its pizzazz. You know, this amazing chemistry that Lee and I have, it wasn't there, I don't think, because we were trying to recreate golden stuff.
Yeah.
But in between the previous attempt and this attempt, I've seen that Joe Bonamassa video where he explains that he'll put his face on anything, and now I get it. So the things we're about to explore, I get. Lee, would you do me the honor of explaining what we're going to do tonight?
Okay, so we've taken some time to look through Joe's fantastic merch emporium. I don't want to call it a store. To call it a store is playing it down.
Sorry, Joe.
So we've taken the time to look through, and we've both picked 5 items, but both of us have a list of about 30 items. And basically, we're just going to put them up on the screen, talk about them, and hopefully inspire some people out there to buy some presents for their loved ones.
Yeah. I must say, if you have a credit card or a PayPal account or something, make sure you've got your login details, because this is about to get very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me just prepare the store. There is the store prepared. Boom. And we're going to quickly skip to Joe's store. There it is. Joe Bonamassa's, what did you call it? An emporium. It's an emporium. Yeah, it's like a gateway to goodness. Yeah, so we've got pretty standard stuff there. You can buy his album, which is we're going to promote now. Oh, that's Dion's new album. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Obviously, the first thing you see in the Joe Bonamassa merch store is someone else's merchandise.
There it is. Joe Bonamassa's new album, Royalty. Just so you know, he's not sponsoring this or anything. We're not being paid by Joe Bonamassa, but if he does show up in the chat, I'll send him my PayPal details. Anyway, so it looks pretty standard from this front page, Lee, doesn't it?
It does.
It
does look pretty standard.
It's deceivingly normal. However, we're about to open up a can of whoop-ass. Is that a thing?
A can of bonalocks.
Can of bonalocks. Right. I'm going to go, Lee, if you don't mind. Do you mind if I go first? Because I kind of had a little thing, and it's my channel, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Makes sense.
First thing I'm going to show is they've got music equipment. So you can buy guitars directly from Joe Bonamassa. And I got an email this morning. Oh, we haven't talked about emails, Lee.
Okay. No, we haven't talked about emails.
Lee, how often does Joe Bonamassa email you?
Every single day.
Sometimes twice in a day. In a 24-hour period, you will get 2 emails from Joe Bonamassa. And we're pretty sure that it's actually him doing it. We think he's the only one in charge of all this stuff. So, yeah. By the way, if you find anything in this store, sorry, the Emporium, in the chat, and you want to share it with us, stick it in the chat, and we'll bring it up on screen. I actually forgot people were watching then, Lee. I just thought it was me and you doing this again, so that was weird. I got an email this morning about this 2019 on the right-hand side, limited edition Joe Bonamassa 1960 Les Paul Standard Norm Burst, because apparently there's less than 5 available.
Okay, less than 5. So it's quite limited edition now.
Quite less than 5, not 5, less than 5.
Less than 5.
4.5. Could be. It's an Epiphone / Gibson thing. Could be a couple of bodies and 5 headstocks.
Could be.
So you buy pedals from him, buy all this kind of stuff. And my first item is going to be the legendary things we've been talking about, the bonalocks. So this is my first item, just to ease us in, to ease us in with some normality. These are strap lock kind of things, as Joe explained in the video a little bit. No different to the Fender ones you can buy, or the Grolsch bottle top kind of things. They've just got bonalocks written on them and JB. So that's great. If you're a Joe Bonamassa fan, or you're a fan of customizing your guitar, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you do it. And to quote the man himself, it's a little buffer between your strap and it falling off.
Yeah.
But here's the gift that keeps on giving, as you and I have discussed several times, Lee. You got to read the description, because that's sometimes where the gold is.
It really is.
So this might give us nothing, but it might give us something. Don't let your guitar slip in the middle of your sickest blues licks. Joe Bonamassa official Bonalocks guitar strap locks are just what you need to keep your guitar straps locked and held in place. Official strap blocks of Joe Bonamassa are essential for every blues guitarist. Now, is that a typo, Lee? Because it says blocks, strap blocks.
It could potentially be a typo, yes. Yeah.
I don't want to blame anyone for that.
And also, does it work if you're a rock guitarist? Because that says blues.
Let me just check.
So if you're like a rock or a metal player, can you not use the bonalocks?
Well, Lee, if you'd watched the Premier Guitar video, which I have in its entirety, he explains that if you're going to do like an 80s style metal swing, these probably won't work. But if it's just a blues show he does, where he keeps things, quite calm, and that'll stop the guitar falling off. So I don't know, but I wouldn't go swinging that around my head with a bonalock on it. But if I was going to choose any lock, it would be a bonalock.
Yeah.
So,
no, I agree.
People in the chat, what are we thinking on the weird scale? Like 1 being not weird at all, 10 being like maximum weird. We're going to try and score this as we go through this live stream. And I'm going to say that is about a 3. Like 1's pretty normal, but he's stuck his name on it. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. What do you reckon, Lee?
I'd say about 3, yeah. Victor reckons 2.
2. And if you really want to play the game with us, by the way, don't look at the Joe Bonamassa merchandise emporium. Okay? It's much more fun if you just let us do it for you. If you're going to skip ahead, then it's not as fun because you won't get the surprise. And if you do find some fun stuff, don't put it in the chat just yet. Fretlook is in the chat. Do you know what Fretlook are, Lee?
I don't know.
They are a new company out of Germany that are selling decals or stickers or decals that go on your fretboard to spice up your fretboards. They've sent me some. And they're actually really good. But I'm hoping that Joe Bonamassa watching this and having Fretlook in the chat, Joe's going to release some Joe Bonamassa decals.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I haven't seen them in the store. But, Lee, would you please send me your first link in the Skype chat, and I will get it up on the screen, and we're going to go for Lee Fuge's first choice from the Joe Bonamassa Merch Emporium.
Even though we've shot this 3 times, this will never not be funny. So, for anyone watching, just while Andy's pulling that up, if you've ever considered going on holiday and, you need something to go in the pool, if you're not very good at swimming or you just want to float around for the day, this is the item for you.
I am ready,
What
Lee.
is it?
Can I reveal it?
Fire away. The Joe Bonamassa pool float.
Mm-hmm.
So just let that one sink in for a second, that there is a blues guitar player who has a signature pool float.
Yeah. Should we dive a little deeper? Pun intended.
Well, no, because you'd float.
Oh, yeah.
So we should probably float over to the description for this one.
Go on then, mate.
So it's summertime, and if you're not in the pool, you're doing it wrong. Lay back, relax, and float like a rock. Because obviously they've put the word rock and star on separate lines. So float like a rock, star, with the JB Marshall amp pool float, and get ready to crank up your vacation.
I love it. How does he come up with these things?
It's brilliant. It's the best. And it's on sale as well. That's also worth noting. It's on sale.
$37.49. That's all it's going to cost you, plus shipping, of course. He's not that flush. Plus shipping. Lee, I do tend to swim a lot in the summer, and I am tempted, but I'll be the only person that gets the joke. It's not, I don't know if it's worth it. So, let's go to the weird scale. On a scale of 1 being not weird to 10 being super weird, how weird is it that Joe Bonamassa offers a signature pool float?
I'd say it's an easy 37 out of 10 on the weirdness scale.
37 out of 10 Lee's going for. We need to bring up the fact that in the description it says the JB Marshall amp pool float, and nowhere on the float itself does it say Marshall, and neither does it seem to be endorsed by Marshall. So
no.
I don't know what he's doing there.
I like that it's oversized, though.
Way oversized. We worked this out in one of the other versions of this video. 78 inches. Wasn't that 6.5 foot?
Something like that, yeah.
6.5 foot. Yeah, that's big enough for me. And you. You're a tall fella.
Yeah.
Valeria says it's a solid 4. That's a low score, Valeria. And we've got Michael says it's a 6. Rescue Gear 3, maybe 4. Holes of 5,000 a 5. Right, so that's not that weird. That's odd. I thought everyone was going to score that a little higher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does that mean people are expecting us to go weirder than this?
Yes, that's what it is. They're keeping it. I see. And you're not splurging it. I like it. Because you can't go higher than 10, can you? Unless it's 37.
Oh, trust me, we'll go higher than 10. Trust me, guys. There'll be some high scorers coming up, don't worry.
All right, on the float, let's go back to a little one. And it's my turn now, so I'm going to bring up one of my things. Your things seem to be more weird than mine. And I always feel a little bit less than. But I've tried hard, and I'm bringing up something that I can't really condone because it involves smoking, which is neither healthy nor cool or smart. However, if you are into that kind of thing, and it's your life and do what you want with it, you may need a double neck guitar big sexy ashtray. So just let it sink in, let it simmer for a moment that Joe Bonamassa has an ashtray called Big Sexy double neck guitar on his merch emporium. Should I read the description?
You should, yeah. This is a good description.
Okay, come with me on this journey. Imagine, after a long and stressful day at work, you sit back with an ice-cold drink in one hand and a hot, burning pick in the other. What is more relaxing than a smoking jam session on your guitar? The JB Double Neck Guitar Ashtray Collectible is the perfect accessory for any sophisticated guitar aficionado. It's hand-carved and painted and packaged in a one-of-a-kind box. It's a great conversation piece. Lee, Pick it up from there, my friend.
Well, first of all, I want to know what a one of a kind box is.
I will show you.
Is it like? Is it just like an assortment of boxes that Joe happens to have in his house?
I get the feeling that each one comes with a one-of-a-kind box.
Yeah, but what you've shown there is a one-of-a-kind box. But if I buy one,
Yeah.
and you buy one,
Yeah.
only one of us will get that box because that's one of a kind. If we both get the same box,
Yeah.
it's not one of a kind.
Right. That's true. But don't worry, it says there it is one of a kind, so there's no way we're getting the same box. That's just one of the many examples on offer.
Yeah. Custom one of a kind box.
Yeah.
Is that custom to the purchaser?
Must be. He probably signed your name on it, or I don't know. But it looks like a cigar box, of course. And it says double the cigar fun. But on the ashtray, it's a double neck, but you've got a space for 4 cigars in case you've got 3 bandmates over.
Or you're smoking 4 cigars at once.
You've got a really big mouth, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a cigar there. Look, we're just showing that cigar sitting in it. Oh, it's sitting on the neck. I thought it would sit down there. You know, down on these little divots.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too.
What are they for?
That's why I would have thought it.
So you and I, Lee, we know nothing about smoking cigars. We're useless.
Are there any cigar smokers in the chat that might be able to give us a bit of a helping hand?
Actually, people are quite clued up. We've got Stefan Kalinescu. Ruined that, probably. Sorry, Stefan. The guitar neck is the cigar rest. We've got a strong 9 here on the weird scale and a 10. Crikey. Just for calling it Big Sexy. Now, I remember when we did this video the last time, Lee, I asked you if Joe Bonamassa has a guitar that he calls Big Sexy, because Joe tends to name his guitars, I think. That he has kind of nicknames for them.
He does.
But we typed into Google Joe Bonamassa Big Sexy, which I do not recommend that you do.
Oops.
And I believe the only thing that comes up is indeed his merchandise emporium.
Yeah, if you type that into Google, all you get, and I'll send you the Google search result, it is safe, is just pictures of the ashtray and pictures of Joe's face.
Come on, then. I trust you. I trust you to put this in the thing. Here we go. Not even going to check it. There we go. So it's just the ashtray and JB himself.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But $10. Let's look at the price. Lee, it was $29.99, but now you can get it for a solid $19.49 plus shipping.
Yeah.
People in the chat want to know if they can just order the box itself. Just the box. Maybe.
It's worth asking.
It is worth asking. Cranar, this is not our first time doing this. We've attempted this video twice before and it didn't go well, so we thought we'd do it live because it's a bit more interactive. And yeah, there you go. Alexis Guitars. Careful Googling JB Big Sexy. There'll be pictures of his bonalocks. I am such a child. Thank you, Alexis Guitars. That made me chuckle. I remember. Let's respect Joe Bonamassa as a musician, as an artist, and as a guitar expert. But he has some weird stuff in his merch emporium, so that's why we're here today. Leigh, I believe it's your turn.
Okay.
We got some high scores on that. There was a 10 and a 9, but if anyone wants to give their scores on the double neck Big Sexy ashtray, please leave it in the chat right now. Also, we've got 76 people watching, which is higher than any episode of the podcast. The podcast is really good. This is just a filler episode with some bloke from Swansea.
What can I say?
Sorry, mate. Did you hear that? Sorry, I thought you were busy. I'm trying to get Leigh riled up. He's funnier when he's angry. We've got an 11 out of 10. Leigh, did you send me your link? Oh, you did.
I did. Have you ever seen me angry? I don't think you have.
I wouldn't say angry, but ticked off because you couldn't find anything to eat because you're a vegan in rural Germany. Maybe
It wasn't so much ticked off. That's just a level of acceptance that you acquire when you're a vegan. You just accept that there's no food for you anywhere in the world.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, Leigh, you have just sent me a link. I have got it ready. Do you want to do any kind of introduction, or shall I just go for it?
Yes. So let's say, you've got a family car and you need somewhere to keep the spare tire.
Yep.
Or a way to make the spare tire look a little bit more interesting.
Where is the spare tire, Leigh? Is it underneath the car?
Well, if you drive a 4x4,
Ah.
the spare tire would typically be on the back of the car.
True.
So if you would care to
Reveal?
flip the screen, reveal the always on the road tire cover. So, I mean, this kind of speaks for itself, really. This is obviously Joe Bonamassa's signature tire cover for the back of your 4x4.
Do you want a close-up?
So if you
There you are.
we like a close-up. So if you like Joe Bonamassa flying V's and you have a 4x4, I mean, there's no reason to not own this. I don't own a 4x4 and I've got one of these on the back of my car.
Is it blocking the rear window? You can't see anything.
Yeah. It was worth it. I just super glued it right on and it looks great.
I wonder if you can keep other things in there. Not just tires. You could, keep your shopping in there.
Yeah.
Pop down wherever
It
you
is
shop.
waterproof. It does say it's waterproof.
Would you read us the description, Leigh? Because this is where the gold is.
Okay. This car spare tire cover. So first of all, it's not for a car; it's for a 4x4. But we're not going to be too pedantic, are we, Andy?
I'm not.
It's made of PU leather material, which is waterproof. It protects your tires and wheels against sun, dirt, corrosion, and weather damage. It has an elasticized back hem for a fast and snug fit, and it's easy installation. No tools required.
No tools required? Is there a joke there somewhere?
Quite possibly. we could probably segue a bonalocks joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, imagine we did it, all right? Imagine we did it and we're all laughing. Leigh, if you were to order this, there's some bad news. You've got to allow 3 weeks for it to ship.
Yeah, that's the only downside.
So what I recommend
But
is order more than one.
In different sizes. Yeah.
Order more than one, then it'll keep you going through the year. Order one every 3 weeks, then you got a constant flow. Different sizes, you say? 29 inches, 31 inches, 33 inches, and 35 inches. Are they the same price?
What do the viewers think? Is Joe going to charge more for a bigger size tire cover?
For 6 more inches.
You can fit a lot more bonalocks in there, but is it worth the extra money?
I would charge for 6 more inches. Let's find out.
There's a Henning joke as well.
That is a solid $49.49.
That's a pretty solid number.
I don't even know what size my wheels are. I got to make sure you do that before you order. There must be a bit of stretch to it, though, surely.
Is that 35 inches tire diameter? I mean, 35 inches is quite a big tire. Like, I've got quite big tires on my car, and I've got 17-inch wheels, so the tire is probably like 20.
That's
35
right.
is pretty big.
That's right.
35-inch tire is pretty big.
What kind of car has 35-inch tires? I'm just going to quickly 35-inch. I know better to do than doing this live. Oh my goodness. It's like for some monster truck. If you have a monster truck, 35-inch tires on a Pathfinder, there's also a Google search, what size are 35-inch tires? Well, they're 35 inches.
Clues in the name.
So, for a Land Rover Defender. Hang on. Let me get this. Oh, that's a YouTube video. I don't want to show that. I'll upset somebody. Hang on. Hold on, everybody. I've got this sorted. Open image in new tab, and then stick this over there, and then press that. That is a vehicle with 35-inch tyres.
So that would be the perfect candidate for the always on the road tyre cover.
I used to drive a Land Rover Defender, and I feel shortchanged now. I feel like I've missed a trick.
Because you didn't have 35-inch tyres, or because you didn't have the always on the road tyre cover?
Okay, now I feel like I've missed 2 tricks. 35 inches. That's $250 if you buy 4 for all, because you got to buy 4 for all the 5. Sorry, for all the wheels.
Yeah.
What are we thinking in the chat, everybody? Are we still here? Are we still? I sort of zoned out for a moment there.
Comes with a free Bonamassa Jeep.
Where was I driving that Defender? Near Gloucestershire. I won't go too much into detail because it's a very boring story.
Specifically, what road were you driving it on?
The A something or other. Lee, there's actually a useful tyre size guide here, just in case you don't even have to buy anything, and Joe Bonamassa is giving you free tyre size advice.
He's the guy that just keeps on giving.
All right, chat, give us a number. Give us a number. Valeria says 4, as there's no colour choice. Magenta Bridges says 3. Mr. Psychology says that yellow looks good. I agree. I think it looks good. Out of all the things we've seen so far, I actually quite like that. Now, this is the 3rd time we've done this, Lee. That's actually growing on me, genuinely.
You're going to own one of these, aren't you, next time I see you?
I think it says Bonamassa on the truss rod cover. It says something on the truss rod cover. It says Bonamassa on the truss rod cover. Look.
It does.
The man's a marketing genius.
Spectacular.
Oh, and it goes to 11. I've only just... This thing just keeps... It's got layers.
It's like you notice new things every time. It just keeps on growing on you and
I am astounded.
becoming more and more impressive.
Well, we're going to have to say goodbye to the always on the road tyre cover because we've got to bring something else in, you see. So this time it's my turn. And I'm bringing up what I would consider to be very creepy, to be very weird, and yet for some reason I want one. At least one. Maybe a family of them. This is the Joe Bonamassa Flying V Garden Gnome. So, once again, let it sink in. Let it sink in. The Joe Bonamassa Flying V Garden Gnome. And I'm going to go straight to the features here, Lee. It has dimensions. It's 11 inches by 17 inches by 4 inches, which is roughly 30 centimeters by some other number. What's that? 17?
Like 40?
40, yeah.
Ish.
By about 10, 11. Material is plastic and resin.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a hollow body, but a solid guitar. And it's hand-carved and painted. Hand-carved and painted, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't say whether Joe did it.
Hand-carved from plastic? You don't tend to hand-carve too much plastic.
No, I would have thought they'd be like resin, like, what's it called? Form, like molded, you know, and then painted afterwards. But I'd be wrong, because it's hand-carved and painted. What they failed to mention in the description is the fact that it comes with a little amp as well. So they're giving you more than they say they are. Lee, you're speechless.
I am speechless. This is also, I'm also reading the description. This is multi-purpose because you can use this in a couple of different places.
Go on then, tell us.
Your garden, patio, fountain, or man cave. So it's not just for the garden.
If you can use it in a fountain, it must also be waterproof and/or floats.
Yeah.
What if you could use it with the pool float? Like as a sort of pool float accessory?
Yeah, I think so. I think they could go together quite nicely.
What do we think, everybody in the chat? Give me some adjectives. Like I use the word creepy. What other sort of words describe that garden gnome? What do we think? And then I've got a little surprise for you.
It actually says at the end that it be bold as well. Be.
Oh
so
yeah,
if you
we didn't
get
read the
these
description.
things, you're bold.
May I do the honor?
Go for it.
Here we go. Joe Bonamassa, Flying V, Garden Gnome.
Just let that sentence sit in.
This Need something new to spruce up your garden, patio, fountain, or man cave? It's a bit sexist. Something that will let the world know that you love the blues. Then check out the JB gnome that's dressed to the nines from head to toe, ready to go with his awesome flying V in hand and ready to jam. Be bold, just like the blues. There were so many rhymings in there. I didn't realize it was like rhyming couplets.
Yeah. Joe is a master of poetry.
My goodness. So, we've got the adjectives we've got. Unnerving, horrifying, utterly horrifying. Creepy. Yeah, there's another creepy there. That was cursed. Cursed is a good one. Imagine that. That just. What if his like glasses move down and he just starts watching you halfway through? You know, halfway through your man cave activities. But I promised more, and that's because there are more garden gnomes in his selection. There is a search bar which we've not talked about.
There is a search bar.
Oh goodness! I think he's sold out. There were more last time we did this video.
Oh, there was. There was a really good collection last time. Oh
no, it wasn't. No, it was the Christmas decorations.
Yes, yeah, I'm remembering.
Lee, are Christmas decorations on your list?
No,
they're not on mine. So let's have a quick bonus gander. A quick bonus gander.
Let's have a segue.
Segue to the. Lee, would you read that word for me?
Bonament.
Sunburst, collector's edition, Bonament. He's 5 inches tall. He doubles as an ornament or figurine. He's hand-carved out of clay, hand-painted with poly resin. For us guitar geeks and nerds here, the guitar model is the 1960 Gibson Les Paul Standard named The Runt. He talks about that in that Premier guitar video. So now I know what that guitar is. Packaged.
It looks nothing like that guitar.
It doesn't, does it?
That looks nothing like it at all. It just look at the top horn. It looks more like an Ibanez Iceman.
It does. I thought we'd go 1 week without mentioning Ibanez. You've gone and done it.
Joe did it. It's Joe's fault.
Oh, mate. All right, we did it. Ibanez is officially on the show. It's packaged in a fully customer designed box. So, Lee, as a customer, you get to design your own box.
For $19.99, I'd say that's a bargain.
That is pedantic as hell, isn't it? I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
But that's why we're here.
That's why we're
doing this.
Indescribable is another word that someone's mentioned. Thank you, Bruce. And yeah, there's no description. Valeria says that they lose points because there's no description. But there are quite hefty features list and tags.
Yeah.
You can actually directly share that to your Facebook by clicking that button.
So you can let all your family know that this is what you really want for Christmas.
Yeah, look at that. You've got a collection up here. You've got some guitars. It looks like a violin. And some Joe Bonaments. And some pictures of Joe Bonamassa. That's a classy room there. A little white.
Do you think that's his Christmas tree in his house?
Yes, I do. No doubt. Let's just check out this one because he's got a matching suit. A Pelham Blue Firebird Collector's Edition Bonament.
That one does have a description.
Okay. Lee, would you read the description? I'm tired of my own voice by now.
Deck the halls and your tree with Bonamassa. The Firebird Pelham Blue Collector's Edition Bonament is the Christmas ornament you've been waiting for. and I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat has been waiting for it as well. It also doubles as a figure. It also can double as a figurine. This ornament features Joe with his a Firebird Pelham blue guitar, wearing his flashy blue steel suit and a jolly Santa hat. Just in case you didn't know what type of hat he was wearing in a Christmas ornament.
Mm-hmm.
This ornament is also great for helping you spread holiday cheer by giving them as gifts to your favourite Joe Bonamassa fan. Celebrate the holiday steel blue style.
Well, my favourite Joe Bonamassa fan, Lee, happens to be you.
So you would give me one of these as a gift then?
I don't know if $19.99 plus shipping really equates to our friendship. I'm not sure.
It's worth more than that.
I'd probably have to buy the whole collection, I think, and so they should do them all together as a gift set, because I kind of like that one. But he's only got
like a jumbo, like a Bonner collection, a Bonner box.
Bonner box for Bonner Boxing Day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's get on to his marketing team now and suggest this.
Yeah, I'm going to email them this link. Hello, everybody, or Joe, because it's just Joe that does the web design.
Just Joe.
Just Joe. Oh, that would be a great photo session collection of like a book of just photos of Joe Bonamassa. Just Joe.
Yeah.
That guitar only has 3 strings and 4 machine heads. What's going on there? That's a pet hate of mine.
Yeah, I would say that's not an authentic Gibson he's playing there.
It isn't. Right, let's go back to our little view of just me and you, so you can send me the link for your next one. That was a bonus one there, the Bonaments. Let's get a rating on that, please. So out of 10, how weird was the? What would we start? The Garden Gnome and then the bonus Bonaments. I want to know. Saranga said $10 says JB has copyrighted the phrase "steel blues." Possibly. Bumper boner box.
If he hasn't already, he has now.
Yeah. It looks like a bath plug on his head. It did, yeah. You're absolutely right. So, have you sent me a link? You've
I just
sent it. Oh.
So I was going to send something fairly normal, but I thought, no, do you know what? We're in the zone. We've gone down the Christmas rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So it's time to step it up now. So anyone who thought the rating system peaked at 10 out of 10, we're going to go beyond that ceiling now. So
I don't think I don't think they're ready for it, Lee.
Oh, they are. So
I know I'm not.
Wait. So when you go to the gym,
yep.
Obviously there's a certain type of clothing you wear to the gym.
Yep.
A type of clothing you probably would not ever associate with Joe Bonamassa.
Right.
And this piece of clothing is definitely something you would never associate with Joe Bonamassa. Because if you would do the honors. This is the Joe Bonamassa sports bra. and there's not really much you can say about that. I mean,
this is one of those ones, Lee, that gets weirder the longer you think about it. The longer that stays on screen and we say nothing, no details, the weirder it gets, because you start to imagine that people must have bought this. So imagine there's a group of, people have the right to wear anything they want, and if it's supportive and helps you do sport, then all the better. But that's just double weird. That's not a fashion thing weird. It's the fact that it exists that is weird.
Yes. Yeah, it's very strange. It's a really strange item of merchandise. But what is even stranger?
Yeah.
If you would kindly type the term sports bra into the search box at the top for me.
Okay.
Now, you might think, okay, Joe's got a signature sports bra.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a one-off.
Yeah.
Hit the enter key.
Oh, my goodness.
You'd be mistaken. He's got a collection of sports bras in all different designs.
8 different designs of sports bra, Lee.
Yes.
7 of which are on sale.
Yeah. One of them is not on sale.
Must be the top seller there, you see.
But the other ones are all on sale.
Thank
So
you,
if
Bruce.
anyone in the chat needs a signature sports bra, these are always a good variation.
Well, let's ask the people in the chat. So I know we're quite a male-dominated channel and chat at the moment, as it would be with the guitar industry at the moment. But however, we do have at least two females in the chat. Female sounds like such a terrible word. Ladies, that's probably disrespectful as well. Bra wearers? I don't seem to be able to... Yeah. What do we think? Would anyone's either accept that as a present or significant other accept that as a present? What do we think?
I think it's the ultimate gift for anyone.
Leigh, you're in a
Yes.
relationship with a lady currently, aren't you?
Yes.
She knows that you're a guitar player, of course, because there's guitars every bloody where. Is she aware of who Joe Bonamassa is, and or would she appreciate that as a present?
She is aware of Joe, and I will have to ask her if she would appreciate that as a present.
Do you want to take a screenshot and text her now, and we'll find out during the live? Do you want one of these for Valentine's Day's just passed? My goodness.
I know. I missed the trick you. Well, she was in the chat earlier on.
Oh.
So I'm guessing she's still watching. Oh, there we go. There she is.
Holza 5000, is that her? Hello, Holly, maybe? Is that her name?
That's the one.
Ah.
Holly.
She just wrote no.
So I take it that's a no, then she doesn't want one.
Can I ask then, Holly, if you were to choose one, which one would you want? So, we've got, imagine they're numbered 1 to 4 across the top and 5 to 8 across the bottom from left to right. Which one would you want? If you had to. Just like Leigh had to keep that elephant earlier. Valeria's not a fan. I wonder what size I am. Come on, Holly. There's only 8 to choose from. It's just a game. Leigh's not really going to buy it for you, are you, Leigh?
No, I'm not currently entering my card details.
This is tragic. You're absolutely right, Left Behind. I definitely want to move on from this because the weirder... We haven't even gone for a description, Leigh.
No, we haven't actually. Holly said she wants the whole collection.
Good choice. Good. One for every day of the week.
All 8 days.
All 8 days.
Lucky thing they're on sale.
We get the 7 that are on sale, and then the one that's not on sale for her birthday.
Perfect. There we go.
Poo Ninja's a 38C. That does help, mate. So, which one do you want to look at the description of, Leigh?
Surprise me.
I'm going to go for the one that's not on sale. How's that?
Let's do it.
Right. Read me that description, please, sir.
Okay. Here we go. When it comes to loungewear, we've got you covered. Whether you're comfy at home, binge watching Netflix, eating your favorite snacks, or working out at the gym, these JB loungewear designs are stylish enough.
Stylish enough.
That you won't be embarrassed to be seen in them. So, upgrade your tired, worn-out pajamas, sweats, and old threadbare t-shirts to these new, improved Bluesville designs. These days, more and more people want their everyday wear to feel like loungewear. The Joe Bonamassa shop is your one-stop shop for all things cool, comfy, and ultra-soft.
Right, so they come in size small, medium, large, XL, and 2XL. I'm a 2XL by those measurements. 42 to 44. Never been a 2XL in anything in my life. That's quite flattering.
Does Joe charge more for bigger sizes?
Let's find out. Yes, he does. $1 more.
He does. He does. That dollar makes all the difference.
It does. Well, that's fair. It's fair that you spread it out. You don't just, spread it across the whole range.
Yeah.
Chris says, could you imagine if his guitars said playable enough? Yeah, bless him.
Authentic enough.
Again, if you've just joined us, we're not spreading any disrespect to Joe. We just find his merchandise store hilarious. And we're absolutely right. Fretlook says this shop is the best inspiration for a future lineup. Yep. When fretboard decals have gone through the roof and you can do some merch, then maybe why not add decals to your sports bra?
Yeah.
I get the feeling these are aimed more at people for lounging rather than doing sports.
Yeah, well, he has, if you highlight the word apparel at the top, he actually has an entire section of loungewear.
Oh. Do you want to have a little peek?
Let's do it. So how many items of loungewear would you say he has? So if you scroll to the bottom of the page...
I'm going to, before I do, I've forgotten the number. I'm going to say 50.
Okay.
I'm still scrolling. I'm trying to drink it at the same time.
Keep on going.
Oh my God.
535.
So much choice. So little time.
Yeah.
I've only got one birthday a year and one Christmas. How are people supposed to choose? Right, we're going to have to pick this up, Lee, because there's so much to go through. We're hardly even through our list. So
I know.
Let me get through to that screen so I can just stick my list in the background. Okay, I'm bringing it back to the music world, Lee.
Okay.
I'm bringing it back to something that's actually useful, but is still comfortingly weird. So, remember those days when we used to play music live?
Yes.
Well, they're going to be coming back real soon. I can feel it in my bones. And the problem with playing lively is that when you play loudly, your guitar amp can kind of bleed into other instrument microphones, like into the drum mics or into the singer's mic, and that's not good from a mixing point of view, is it?
No, not at all.
Terrible. Yeah. So, luckily, Joe Bonamassa's got you covered. He has got the Joe Bonamassa signature amp baffle by Clear Sonic. So, let's take a look at this. It's this clear plastic sort of, it's a W or M shape, depending on how you look at it. It goes in front of your amp, which stops the sound blasting forward, but you can put a mic in between the amp and the amp baffle. Yeah, so my issue here is not with the piece of technology, the piece of plastic. There he is using one. Notice it's not the one with his signature on it. But that's his signature up close. The JB4. I'm going to read the description. Here we go. It's a long one. Strap in. Get ready. First, I'll make you aware that it takes 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. 2 to 4 weeks.
It's a bit fake.
Yeah. Why not just say 3?
Yeah.
The signature Joe Bonamassa Clear Sonic JB4 baffle is a must for any musician. For use on stage, rehearsal, studio, practicing guitar amps, bass amps, keyboard amps, bass drums, and much more, the baffle will block harsh sound waves while allowing you to get maximum performance from your amplifier. This unique blend of secret herbs and spices optimizes the sound. So I thought I had a stroke then, but it does say that.
No, that is a load of bonalocks. That is.
Allowing great tone to be picked up by the amp mic. Blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa has performed over 2,000 shows worldwide. Can't knock that. Blasting his fans with soulful as well as powerful blues rock ripping from his amplifier. As every musician knows, your gear is of top importance to you. Joe noticed, well done Joe, that his front row were being overwhelmed by the sound of his powerful amplifiers during his performances. Joe got his first small clear sonic baffle and fell in love with it. After using it for many months, Joe had a custom-made baffle to fit his specific rig. The baffle stands in front of Joe's rig, allowing him to play his amp at full volume while protecting his ears. I call bonalocks on that.
Yeah, I do as well.
The baffle stands in front of Joe's rig, allowing him to play his amp at full volume. Lee, take a guess at what amp that is. A DSL?
Oh, well, that's a triple super lead because it's got the double
yeah,
layer.
TSL, yeah.
Yeah.
100 watts or at least 50, wasn't it?
They came in like, was it 60 and 120, I think, were the wattages on those?
I never did
They were
TSL.
They were a little bit more powerful than the DSL, I believe.
If that is 60 watts
Yeah.
and he's doing full volume, I don't know how thick that plastic is, but I'm going to say maximum of an inch. Maximum of a third of an inch.
I'm going to say a quarter of an inch.
Right, I'm getting about, because this is actually guitar kind of bass now. It's not just bras and gnomes. I call absolute bonalocks on that. Not the product itself, and Clear Sonic, not an attack at you, in case you ever see this, but the description. You are misleading people there. And I'm borderline upset.
I'm upset by the price.
True. I think we looked at the price of a non-Joe Bonamassa signature. So that's the JB4. If I go Clear Sonic baffle, amp baffle. I'm searching this off screen. It's a 4-panel one. Well, firstly, you can buy that same product at Thomann in Germany, in Europe, for €349. So that's already cheaper than from Joe Bonamassa personally. That's a bit cheeky. And it's in stock. I can have that on Friday if I need it.
But you have to wait 4 weeks for Joe. Does Joe make them himself? Is that like why it takes so long?
No, it's his little gnomes. They make them.
Because it does say there you have to cancel your order within 48 hours. So that means that Joe must start making them himself.
Right.
Within 48 hours of you placing the order.
I found it cheaper, Lee. I found it cheaper yet again.
Okay.
Look at that. Clear Sonic JB4, wow. €298.
So Joe is marking it up nearly £200 on his web store.
Yeah.
And it takes longer to come.
Yeah. And that's in stock as well. I can have that in 2 working days. I can have that by Thursday, probably.
So if you order it right now...
It ships faster than the wheel cover, says Pooh Ninja. Possibly. See, the key here is to order it all together, like the wheel cover, the JB4. Yeah, you're sorted then.
Well, the interesting thing there is it's a bit of a lottery because the wheel cover takes 3 weeks.
Yeah, I see.
But this takes 2 to 4 weeks.
Right.
So you could get it before, you could get it after. You won't know unless you order both of them at the same time.
Also, Valeria has pointed out that because of COVID-19, you could use that as a plexiglass in like a shop to protect yourself.
You could.
So apart from those little gaps in between and those little gaps underneath, that would keep most people quite... Oh, they can't be gaps because the sounds would come out of the gaps, wouldn't it? There must be a hinge.
Yeah.
You know, the what's it called? The block... The harsh sound waves would find their way through those gaps if they were gaps.
The harsh sound waves.
Only the harsh ones.
Not the good ones.
The good ones stay neatly there. I think I've got one. I've got one left. Have you got 2 left?
I have so many tabs open, so I've got about 200 left. But yeah.
Soang says that I should get it and use it as a tabletop. Okay. And you're quite right, Chris. Every musician doesn't need this. That's true. Although, the more I see it, the more I want it. Definitely don't need it, though. Right, Lee, have you got a little linky poo for me? You have. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we've hit gold. But before we go there, we need a rating on the amp baffle. We haven't done a rating on that. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit.
That's fine.
What is our rating of weirdness? Or you can rate it on your own scale if you want for the amp baffle.
Also, with it being called the JB4, does that imply that there was a 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, this is the third sequel.
Makes sense.
It could be because there's 4 panels, but I don't think it is. I think this is the 4th version. Oh, it's scoring quite low. 3, 3, 4, 3. Poo Ninja quite rightly says it's overpriced, not weird. All right then, everybody. It's gonna get weird now. Lee.
Now we're gonna
set it up. Set it up, sir.
Okay, so you're on the golf course with Tiger Woods.
Yep. Ah!
And and you say, "Oh, bonalocks, what do I put my golf ball on?" Cue the screen maestro. You use one of the Joe Bonamassa signature golf tees. I mean, yeah, it's a pack of 50. So you get 50 of them for $14.99. These also take 2 to 3 weeks to ship.
Why? Why? Is he there at home stamping them? Oh, jeez.
I mean, yeah, he could be. But if there's any golf fans watching, this is obviously the way to go when it comes to golf playing.
Golf playing? I'm not a golfist. Oh, mate, Sarang's just had a great idea. Can I use this as strap pins?
Oh. Or potentially the bridge pins on an acoustic, maybe.
Oh, now we're talking. All right. Now I see that as a video, as a potential video on your channel, Lee. You need to invest $14.99 plus shipping because they're on sale. Does anyone in the chat play golf? Because I'm going to speak for both of us and say we know nothing about golf, or a very limited amount. I know 0.
Yeah.
I
want to know how much shipping is.
He's checking it out. Stick a sports bra in there, mate. Stick a sports bra. When's her birthday? Summer?
November.
November. You got plenty of time.
$63 for shipping.
Get lost.
$63.56 USPS priority mail.
Good lordy.
I'm not paying $63 to ship golf tees.
None of us guys here and girls here play golf, apart from on the Wii and on GTA 5. Left Behind says that Alice Cooper got a set. Is that a joke? Because I could almost believe that. I know that Alice Cooper does play golf.
Google search doesn't bring those up, but I wouldn't be surprised, though, as you said, because he is a very well-known golfer.
Is there a world in which Joe Bonamassa hangs out with Alice Cooper, though?
Oh, absolutely. There's bound to be.
I don't know. Oh, it's time for a dad joke, Lee.
Let's do it.
Artie Smudge says, I once said to Mrs. Artie Smudge, what do you call those things that you put a golf ball on? She said, tea. He says, thanks very much. Earl Grey, milky with no sugar. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the joke that's less weird than what we're talking about right now. So, I need to draw attention to the fact this isn't one of mine. I know we've gone a bit longer than I said we would, but if you type in golf into Joe Bonamassa's merch store, there's a whole list of things. And
Yes.
I'm going straight there. You can also get golf balls. Set of 12, Lee, will set you back $112.49.
On sale from $149.
But, look, there's the make of golf ball there. I wonder...
Yep.
Pro V1. golf balls. I wonder what's the markup on that just for having... All right, what do you reckon? How much do you reckon these cost, these golf balls, without Joe Bonamassa swinging a Les Paul at a golf ball? What's the cost without that decal on it? Excuse me.
£15, I reckon.
Well, Lee Fuge, Swansea, has come in with £15. However, the answer is €46.90.
Okay.
So Bonamassa is charging you twice the price of the Pro V1 Titleist. The number one ball in golf, I might add. Just to have his face stuck on it. And I respect him all the way. In fact, we haven't spoken about that. I respect Joe Bonamassa so much for just saying, yeah, stick it on there. Golf balls, I'll have 12 a set, please. Stick them on
for
sale.
$149.
Crikey. Yeah, so that was my sort of bonus one. Have you got one more, Lee? Because I want to do mine at the end. Is that all right if we end up with my last one?
I do. I have... This is not a specific item.
Right.
This is just a more generic overview of a section of his website, which I think is absolutely mental. So, obviously, we're on the Joe Bonamassa web store.
Yes, we are.
So, I've just sent you a link
Thank you,
to
sir.
bring up.
Thank you.
And in this section of the website, as the viewers will see, you can purchase...
Hang on, it's not coming out yet.
everyone else's... Oh,
You can purchase what?
got it?
I got it. Here we go. There it is.
Everyone else's merchandise. So, Joe sells AC/DC t-shirts.
Oh, hang on. I should be scrolling. Sorry. AC/DC.
He sells Eagles t-shirts, Fender t-shirts. There's some Grateful Dead t-shirts there.
Quite like that wallet.
But if you keep going, there's some even more interesting things.
Go on then.
So
tell me when to start. Oh.
There's miniature Kiss guitars. There's like the Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley guitars there.
I played one of those.
You've got some Led Zeppelin t-shirts.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner. An ornamental Marshall style cabinet. I thought it might have been a Bluetooth speaker. It's not. It's just ornamental. There's 164 of those, Lee. And
yes.
Michiel sent me a message earlier. Sorry, Michiel. And he said, over the 8 categories in the store, a combined number of 2,724 items are for sale. JB says there are... Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That's true. You're right.
It gets even better. It gets even better on page 2 as well.
Come on then. Let's have page 2.
So you've got, if you scroll down a little bit,
it
starts off, carry on with the band t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Dave Grohl signature up a little bit. There we go. The Axe Heaven Dave Grohl Dan Armstrong see-through acrylic miniature guitar replica collectible. Only available on the Joe Bonamassa web store.
You are kidding me.
I'm assuming it's only available there because I've not seen it anywhere else.
I've never seen that one. I mean, I've seen many of the Axe Heaven. I think they sell them at music shops, but is it wrong that I really kind of want that?
It's a pretty cool piece, but I mean, it's not something you'd expect to see on the Joe Bonamassa web store. I just find it really bizarre that he sells all this other stuff for other people.
Is Dave Grohl aware of that, do you think?
I'd like to know if any of these people are aware of it.
Because he's selling a pool float that's got the name Marshall in the description, and it doesn't say Marshall anywhere, and I don't think, personally, that Marshall are aware of this. What if we've just got Joe Bonamassa in serious trouble?
Oops.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe. The last page is all tie-dye t-shirts as well.
Oh, I love a good tie-dye t-shirt. Hang on. We're going to check that out, and then we're going to go to our final thing. And we're actually going to set a challenge for the people in the chat before we go to our final thing. Look at that, the Grateful Dead t-shirts. Oh, Pink Floyd tight. Oh, I'd wear the heck out of that. but I'd hate myself for buying it from here. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to figure out the logic behind why he would have this section on his website.
Money.
Because I mean, yeah, you know, when you're in a band, it's one thing to support your friends' bands, but it's another to sell their merchandise on their behalf, or sell their merchandise without them knowing.
But I'm assuming this is not he's making them at home. I'm assuming he's buying them from some licensed place, and therefore the bands or the record companies or whatever company that represents the bands has already been paid the license fee. I'm assuming.
I do really like the idea of him bootlegging the t-shirts himself
Yeah,
at
me
home, though.
too. Gonna need more ink. Need more blank
t-shirt
t-shirts.
I do like that idea.
Had some mentions of some audio dropping on the stream. Let me know if we're having an audio problem, and I'll try and fix it. But I hope that it's just some bad reception on the moon. All right, Lee. I know you've got a list as long as your arm, but we're going to call it there. Apart from my final one. However, I've got a challenge for the people in the chat right now, and that is, what have you not seen so far that you think Joe Bonamassa could or should have in his merchandise emporium? So we've taken you to the world of sports bras, the world of golf balls and golf tees, gnomes for your man cave, or actually I'm glad they didn't write lady cave, because now I've realized what that means. Man cave or patio. Cut that bit out, please. Oh, the garden. You've got other people's t-shirts. You've got guitars and pedals and amp baffles that are more expensive than if you bought them somewhere else. What should Joe Bonamassa be selling in his merchandise emporium?
While people are thinking about that, I love the fact that the chat is lighting up now with messages from people who are saying that Joe has just sent them an email.
No way!
So I'm gonna check my inbox.
I'm loading as we speak.
I have one as well. 35% off new JB scarves.
No.
Right, gear up, everyone. I think the stream is just extended by another hour.
I got one as well. Oh, joy. Okay. I wonder if I can open that email in a... Or can I do a screen capture? I don't want to give away any of my boring details, but view in browser. Yes, come on, baby.
This is spectacular.
This is happening now, people. This is the world. Here we go. Opening said email in the browser, going live on the screen now, and it takes for
it's going to take about 3 hours to load.
Is that being on AOL back in the 90s? I like that they get straight to the point with what's on screen. No messing. Buy now! What does Joe Bonamassa want us to do? Buy now!
Just buy. Doesn't matter what, just buy something.
All right, I'm buying. So we got something that looks like... it's a scarf.
Yeah.
That's a divorce waiting to happen.
This is the collection of scarves that he's bringing out.
Collection?
Or brought out.
Collection?
Scarf and face cover. Exclusively designed by Joe, it says.
I'd want a flipping face cover if I was wearing that. Because I'd be battered and bruised from wherever I bought it for.
It says at the top it was exclusively designed by Joe.
Sorry, there's some great suggestions coming in the chat of products. We'll read them out in a moment. Let's just go through this email. I've just read one that has actually made me wet myself a little bit. Black and white, soft to the touch, sheer scarf. Made from elegant sheer polyester fabric. You had me to the last line.
Now.
To the last line. Buy now! The best guitar t-shirts on the planet. $19.99 sale. I said $19.99 sale. The ultimate guitar t-shirt collection. And that's it. I'm a little disappointed, if I'm honest, as I scroll down there.
Not the best, is it?
The t-shirts that made rock history. These t-shirts are fire.
These t-shirts are bonalocks.
Oh, Copper Kid 95 is coming in a little late. This is a strange video to come in not from the start. We are exploring, or have been exploring, the Joe Bonamassa merchandise emporium and all the weird stuff. I do recommend you go back to the beginning of this video and watch it at some other point. Fan favorite. Okay. Do you know what a raid is, Lee? A raid, like a video raid from Twitch and stuff like that.
I don't know.
I learned this term recently, and it's when someone's doing a live stream, like on Twitch and video gaming and stuff, and then when they finish their live stream, they send their people to somewhere else. And then when they land in that new video stream, I could be wrong about this, but this is my understanding. I'm just worried that Joe Bonamassa might send people our way and think that we're disrespecting him, because we're not. We're just disrespecting his merchandise store. The mighty guitar trifecta. Is it? That's not a 335, is it? That's a P90.
No, that's like an Epiphone Rivera.
Yeah. And a Les Paul. That looks like the P90 Riviera. There's a really wet 335 there.
Necessary classics for a real Bonner fan. Oh wow.
That's not flattering, is it? That's not flattering at all. This Lee.
Bye now.
Bye now.
I'm off. Bye now.
Lee, if you look, and people watching, if you look above Lee's head and to the right, can you see the little my browser window thing? Like a little knob where it shows how far I've scrolled down on this browser page. I am about not even 20% of the way down the page. By now, JB letter opener. By now, see, it's showing it works. Just demonstrate. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Stop me if you fancy talking about something.
By now. I wonder how many times it says "by now" in the email.
Whoa. North Face American style zip up Wihitaher jacket. There's a typo in Joe's email. My goodness, that's disgusting.
Wow.
Hello, Jason, in the chat.
How does a blues guitar player team up with the North Face to design a range of outdoor wear?
Is it for golf? Is it for attending his concerts? That's quite a nice embroidery there. That's quite a nice job. I've got a friend who does embroidery on caps and stuff, and she'd be pleased with that. 35% off, Lee. Hold on to your credit card. Hoodies.
Buy now.
That's quite a nice jacket, that. Shop now!
Oh, shop now, not buy now.
He's mixing it up. Now. Mixing it up, mate.
There's a lot of North Face stuff.
There is a lot, isn't it? Hoodies. Right, now we're about not even a third of the way down. And don't forget, everybody, he sends these emails every day. What's that? What is that?
Enjoy life, play guitar.
What style of jacket is that? I've never what is that? Is that like like ventilation at the back?
A Bahama 2 long sleeve.
Or is it a shirt? It's a shirt.
I think so, yeah.
It's a shirt. Sorry, everybody. I thought it was a jacket. Right, I'm just... Oh! That's a boonie hat. A boonie hat. I'd look awesome in a boonie hat.
Look at that Joe Bonamassa logo there with the fish on it.
Which one? Hang on. That one?
Scroll back up a little. No, up a little bit there.
It's a swordfish playing what looks like a Jackson.
If you scroll up, you'll see the logo.
Oh, there we are.
There. Wow.
Swordfish playing a guitar with shark fin inlays. Okay. Appealing to the people with yachts, you see.
Yeah.
Sling bag. Shop now.
It's not buy now anymore, though. I kind of feel like he's lost momentum a bit.
I think he's lost. Buy now! We got one!
Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go, Lee. St. Patrick's Day. That well-known Irishman, Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah. The Lucky Hat JB t-shirt.
I wonder how much that is. Shop now. Shop now. Oh, there he's finally mentioned his music, right? Talk about music and somebody else's music.
Watch now.
Oh, this is it. The Guitar Man. Have you watched that yet?
I haven't, no.
30 years in the making, mate. 30 years in the making.
Have you seen it?
I've not, but do you think we'd be allowed to play the trailer? Probably not.
Probably not.
I would like to watch it. I am intrigued.
Official movie merchandise?
Hang on, is this email just added to every day, and that's why it gets longer? See, I quite like that T-shirt, Guitar Man.
It comes in different orders, though. So sometimes certain sections, like on a couple of days ago, the St. Patrick's Day section was at the top of the email.
Right. Shop now.
Shop now. Watch now.
Pre-order album.
Someone else's album.
Buy now.
Pre-order someone else. Buy now.
Buy now. Buy now. I've got... I don't want to say that. Guitar ties you can wear. Is there such thing as a guitar tie you can't wear?
As opposed to like another type of tie.
355.
Ah, there we go.
That is classy. If I went to law school, that's the kind of handkerchief I'd want in my suit.
Now we're talking. Now we're getting into the serious entire collection.
Stop laughing,
wow.
everybody.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah. Okay. Buy now.
Oh, some licensed stuff. Great. Some Kiss licensed stuff. There's Dave Grohl.
I'm surprised Gene Simmons has let him do this. Because, Gene Simmons knows a thing or two about merchandise.
Notoriously, Kiss are in control of their merchandise. Look at that. A full ornamental JVM stack.
And it's incredibly not to scale.
It's awful, isn't it? Collect them all. Shop now. Right, we are now just over halfway through this email. Remember, this is an email he sends.
T-shirts.
Pocket T-shirts. For when you need to put your flying V in your pocket. Right, we're nearing the end of this painful email.
Bye now.
Did I miss one? Did I miss one? Oh, bye now. He hasn't even meant Bonner wheels.
What a Bonner wheels.
Oh my goodness. He's got Hot Wheels. Is it a real Hot Wheels, do you think, or is just ripped off Hot Wheels and stuck John Bonamassa on it? Oh God.
How did you miss those?
I don't know. Maybe there is by now, maybe they're in a secret part of the shop.
Collectible drinkware.
Oh, drinkware. Okay.
The best part about that mug is it looks like he's not wearing any trousers.
I actually did scroll a bit quickly and thought he was in shorts. Do you think that's like Back to the Future when Marty McFly, his parents haven't got together and he starts to fade out of the picture? And as you drink your cup of coffee, Joe comes back like it's one of those, what's it called? Heat transfer mugs?
Yes.
Or as you drink it, when you can't see it, it says, "Ha, mug," on the other side. I'm a friend of Joe's. All right, we're now nearing the end, apparently. Bonner Bubbles! We missed that one, the surfing one. He's in a toga there. This is good content, people. There are 77 people watching us look at the Joe Bonamassa email. I'm not even sorry. No. This is what it's... Buy now! That's a special one. It's got a shopping cart on it.
That is a very special one. That's like an impulse buy. Buy now.
Buy
And
now.
key holders.
They're pretty standard.
Buy now.
World famous Hatch show prints. Collect them all. These are sold out. You can't collect them all. Or hang on a minute, is the show sold out and that's a poster of a sold out show?
I think so.
How does he get all this stuff to his shows? Like, there must be a mobile merch emporium. There was that lorry
like
that we saw earlier.
Like a mini supermarket.
It's going to get to the point where he's bringing that and a Kemper, and that's it, and a Line 6 Variax.
The Bonner Tweed Collection.
Bye now. Jazzmaster City Challenge coin. Only 100 made, each sequentially numbered. We're still going through the email. I don't know how long we've been going through this, people. People are unsure when they should buy. Well, now is the time.
It was now 23 nows ago. Buy it now. Because according to this, it's a limited time offer. So now.
Summer tour rescheduled. Is Joe coming to your town? No. Get tickets here.
In fact, most of those towns are in California or Colorado. And I live in neither of those.
Lee, I think we've just set a world record for a speed run through a Joe Bonamassa email.
I think so.
Well done, everybody. Well done. Right. We're going to go to our... we're going to go back to the chat to do our items that Joe is not currently offering. There we go. There's the chat, but I won't be able to scroll up in that, unfortunately. Items that he's not currently offering that people think he should. And I read an absolute stonker. Where is it? Here we go. From Magenta Bridges. Bonner condoms, or bondoms, perhaps. Nothing more exciting than his face on the wrapper. Bondoms. Imagine. Joe's people, Joe... Bondoms. There's some other stuff. If you did put something in earlier, it would be great if you put it in again, because I fluffed up and we didn't go for it. Lee, did anything else grab your fancy?
I quite liked the fact that one of the Michaels in the chat just said that Joe's email looks like the old Ed Roman website, which is very true. It does. I did see a couple of good ones, though. Where are they gone?
A couple of people want
Joe
toilet
Bonamassa
paper.
Cat toys.
Cat toys?
Joe Bonamassa scented candles.
Right. What we need now is the description that would go with that. The scent of the blues. You know, it would be something like he's the ultimate blues scent.
They've specified hot valve amp scented candles.
tweed scented candles. EL36 candles.
Joshua Tanberg has requested Joe Bonamassa dog food.
There's a joke there. Bonafido? No. No. Leave it with me.
Valeria said underwear with his face all over it.
Oh, come on. Don't give him ideas, Valeria. He's already doing bras. What would Joe Bonamassa underwear be called? They don't call it pants in America, do they? What do they call it?
Bonundies?
Bonundies?
Yeah. Richwood's music is a bit confused. He's just arrived in the chat.
Hello, Rich. Welcome. Confused is the word here. That's just me. Sorry. I'm going to queue up my final one while someone else throws some stuff in there.
Someone in the chat, CopperKid95 said, I've been getting his emails in the past. I've attempted to unsubscribe to the emails, but they ended up doubling them.
Okay. Now, bonoxers. There we go. Boxers, bonoxers. Jokes. You people in the chat are legends. Bonaboos.
Bandana massas.
Bonathong.
RT. He's already got a section of bandanas on his website.
Mates. Hand sanitizer. Yeah.
I don't think he's got hand sanitizer.
Wash those blues away. Wash the stank away. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Lee, you know what the final one is. because we've done this video
do.
twice already. I must say, I am so glad we did this because it is absolutely better than our previous 2.5 attempts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And now we're being a real focus group for Joe's marketing team, according to Valeria. That's true. This is expensive stuff normally.
Yeah.
So, reaching the end of the chat, Leigh.
Yes.
This last one is a special one.
It is.
It's something close to my heart, and it is indeed the Joe Bonamassa Sea Foam Green Jazzmaster Back Scratcher. Now, may I read the description, Leigh?
Of course you may.
Jazzmaster Seafoam Green Back Scratcher. Have an itch you can't scratch? Well, back itch relief is within your reach with the latest edition of guitar back scratchers. The latest edition, implying there are more. There are. Blues up your basic back scratcher with these cool new Bonamassa guitar collectible back scratchers. Inspired by one of Joe's most prized possessions, his 1966 Jazzmaster in the rarest custom colours in the Fender line, Seafoam Green. It's a great gift for any music fan. Features: made out of wood. Cutting, polishing, and applying small detail are done by hand. And then the killer, the kicker, the one that knocks it out of the park. Manufactured the same way real musical instruments are made. What does that mean?
In a factory. The same way everything is made.
By a CNC
On a
machine.
production- Yeah. On a production line by people and machines.
The Jazz Scratcher. Thanks, Fergie. I don't know if I can read that one out.
Lucas and Martin's Guitar Corner. It probably has neck dive.
I hope so. Well, what do we think of the... Hang on, before I ask you what you think of it, this is not the only one that Joe Bonamassa offers.
It's not.
It is not.
There are many itches that can be scratched.
We've got the classic Stratocaster back scratcher, the rather metally looking futuristic Explorer back scratcher, the Flying V back scratcher, the Red ES back scratcher, the Firebird 5 or V back scratcher, and the Gold Top back scratcher. A back scratcher? Isn't that a Family Guy thing? It is, isn't it? Anyway,
I'm not sure.
bad news, Leigh. The Gold Top's sold out.
Oh.
I want to know from you, Leigh, and from the chat, if you absolutely had to buy one of those back scratchers, which one would you choose and why? Which one screams "buy me" more than all the others?
The one that tells me "buy now" is definitely the Firebird.
Yeah? You're
Yeah.
into the Firebird.
I love a fire. Yeah, I love Firebirds. That or the ES. I'd be hard pressed between the two.
Jason in the chat says buy two and use them for salad tongs. That's a flipping good
love that
idea.
idea.
That is a great idea.
Jason gets internet points for that.
Yeah, 17 of those bad boys. Another shout out for the Firebird. Valeria says there's no Ibanez. That's true. I don't think Joe Bonamassa plays Ibanez. I've never seen him with an Ibanez. The V because it's symmetrical. That's a good reason to choose it. Let's look at the Firebird. Perfect gift for any music lover. They've just copied and pasted that. Design is modelled from a limited edition guitar that was produced in 1972 with the commemorative medallion embedded in the face of the guitar. Oh. Joe has been using this instrument for the song Blues of Desperation. A song that I feel that I've been listening to recently. That
was also made out of wood.
Anybody voting for anything else apart from the Firebird, the V? Back hair brushes, Poo Ninja wants. Oh my goodness. Well, Leigh, the one that sort of spoke to me was the Jazzmaster Seafoam Green.
Yeah.
And it spoke to me so much that I have one. I ordered this months ago from the Joe Bonamassa merchandise store. So I'm going to demo this and review this in this live stream. Are you ready? Lee, could I have a drum roll, please, just to gauge my... Thank you very much. It's a bit too highly polished, if I'm honest. It's not scratchy enough. Oh, no, dug a bit harder. It's good. It's really good.
Can you tell that it's made the way that real musical instrument is made? Like, does it have that authentic feel?
Well, what I can tell you, Lee, is what is not shown on the version on the store, that was quite lovely, is it has a back contour on it, a belly cut, which actually fits quite nicely between my first and third fingers, and enabling me to really get where it needs to be, you know? And I seem to have worked off some of the varnish, which means that it's become a bit more scratchy. And yeah.
So if you've rubbed the varnish off, it must be a nitro finish because it's rare looking, like a vintage guitar would.
So we've managed to include a product review in this video. You were not expecting that, just a silly look at the website. But there's actually a product review that we can go for, and it seems pretty accurate for a Jazzmaster. It's not going to focus on my Jazzmaster there, so I'll have to just hold it back here. It has a tremolo arm that does actually move. It does not bend the strings, but it does actually move. The knobs don't move, but they've actually got the numbers on them. From 1 to 10. That's attention to detail, Lee. That's what you're paying for with your 1624. And if you're wondering, I did get the sale price, and it only cost me a further $16 to get this sent to Austria. Jazzmaster pickups seem quite accurate. They look like they do on the picture. Yep. The switches do not switch, unsurprisingly, but they are in roughly the right place. It's got a little strap button there, so I could get like a mini strap and put it on there. It's got another one there. It's got the block inlays, which are my favourites on a Jazzmaster. But what
neck looks a bit long? Is it a baritone? The neck looks quite substantial.
I don't know. I mean, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Yeah, I don't think it's to scale. But what's really weird is on the back is that the neck plate is not where it should be. Can you see it?
Those little screws aren't going to hold that big neck in place.
No, they're not. But yeah, so that disappoints me a little bit. But you shouldn't be. If you're looking at the back, then there's a problem. Then there's no problem with the front. That's actually really good. So just in case you missed it.
Just in case you missed Andy scratching his back live.
Yeah. And if you've seen any of my recent videos, I actually had it on the back wall, and a few people noticed it. I really like that back scratcher. So do I. So Rob Scallon would play that. There are no. Is there a way to play that? Definitely not. Hang on. Can you hear that? There is like a little ting there. There isn't.
Is there a potential video in that where you actually turn that into a working guitar?
I really don't want to waste my $32, including shipping.
I don't think it'd be a waste.
I mean, it's like little fishing wire strings, so I couldn't put a pickup in there. I couldn't put real. There's no truss rod as far as I can tell. I bet I could put one string on that. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I think I could put one string on that from here to here. I bet you I can get a tone out of that. Right, Lee, you've just given me an amazing follow-up idea.
You could get one of those little contact mics, you know, like the cheap piezo systems, and just stick it on the back.
I've got one, and I was trying to think of a reason to put it in the video.
There we go. There's the reason.
Serendipity, mate.
And then you can route the body out and fit a Floyd Rose to it, and then you're laughing.
I could definitely fit an ukulele string to that. And if I'm using the piezo thing, then that would pick it up. It is a solid body.
Yeah.
quite lightweight as well. Yeah. So, have we learned anything today, Lee? Have you learned anything?
I think so. I think I've learned that Joe's web store is the best place on the internet.
I am so excited. Oops. So excited to see what is coming next. OBS is going weird now. It's got to that point in the night where I start pressing the wrong buttons. I really, really enjoyed this, Lee.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed hanging out with you and everybody in the chat. I enjoyed my at least third look at the Joe Bonamassa Emporium. Excuse me.
When are we doing part 4?
Part 4. Let me get that Jazzmaster modded first. I don't know, dude.
Do you think this? Do you think this has got much potential as like a weekly series?
No, definitely not.
No.
No.
What about what about twice a week?
I think we could probably cover an email one every day. It's the Joe Bonamassa email update.
How would your followers feel about a daily live stream where we go through the email every day for a month?
Drinking game. Everybody, every time it says "buy now," you have to take a shot.
Drink now.
There you go. Drink now. Right. Oh, be drunk on tea. So, for some reason, this has been the most watched live stream I've ever done. Sorry, Dan, but it seems that Lee has some kind of Joe Bonamassa magic that he's brought with him today all the way from Swansea. And I will say the Guitar Stories podcast is back next week, and we've got a stonker for you, actually. We've actually got a guest that might be joining us next week. Someone who...
Is it Joe?
I'm not saying it's not Joe. But it's not Joe. I'm just wondering if I should try and release the weirdest merchandise for the Guitar Geek, you know? Something that's cheap.
I think you should.
Something cheap and something easy to make.
Back scratchers.
Mate, the handiwork that's gone into that. They're made like all musical instruments. Also, I have, like last time, I don't think I've turned off the green screen effect on my video, so that's currently green screen. Remember we did that last time?
Yeah.
There's a weird glow around it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking maybe, picks are too easy and too boring. Alexis Guitars has nailed it. I should sell Joe Bonamassa merchandise on my website.
You should. That seems to be the way.
Have that, JV. Great. Well, a geek Christmas ornament. Imagine that. I could wear that. I could wear it, like, put a little cheeky hat on me. If anyone knows where I can get ornaments made that look like that for Christmas and want to pre-order a buttload, then let me know. Do you want one, Lee? I'll gift you one.
Yeah, do it. Jackson's in the chat.
Hello, Jackson. You have just missed possibly the best content YouTube has seen since we were all together last. A license. Oh, for Afro wigs. There we go. Afro wigs and glasses. That'll be easy. Just to round this off, here's a weird thought. I thought about shaving my head, but having my hair made into a wig, and then just having a shaved head and just popping my hair wig on, for videos and stuff. Because keeping this is quite a lot of work.
Mm.
In the sense that it is a little bit of work, and I'd prefer no work. So if you...
Do you suit being bald?
I have been very closely shaved a few times, and I did. Yeah, I apparently looked all right. But my point is, no one would know I was bald because I'd be wearing the hair wig. Is that any different?
Yeah.
Is that any different to me just having this hair?
If it falls off in the middle of a live stream. that could be a bit of an issue.
Assuming that I have adequate glue, what's the problem? Your own hair is a wig. It's the future, mate. It's the future of self-grooming.
Yeah. No, I think that could work.
Okay. I'm going to show you something both of you need a haircut, according to Stephen. Stephen must be my mum. My mum's other YouTube name. She's probably got like 34,000 YouTube channels just to subscribe. I'm going to show you something very strangely as a preview of what's coming on the channel. And everybody that's watching this video now gets a little preview because they deserve it for watching this far in the guff that we've produced tonight. You know that Boss are releasing the HM2 Wazacraft version soon?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd buy one of those PCB kits and build my own version just for a bit of a laugh to sort of get inside the pedal and see what makes it work and trying to appreciate the work that goes into building pedals.
Yeah.
So I did. And then I put it inside a hamburger phone, and it's called the Hamburger 2. And it's a fully working HM2 clone in a hamburger.
That is amazing.
So I recorded a video with it today, and it sounds insanely good. There's a Jax on the back. Look, you had it. So just for the people of this live stream and Leigh in Swansea, that is the HM2 Hamburger 2 distortion.
That's
pedal.
spectacular. You know, you were just saying, what weird merchandise can I sell?
Yes.
You are holding it.
Who wants to buy the one-of-a-kind? It'll come in a one-of-a-kind box as well. A Hamburger
Which
2.
the customer designed one-of-a-kind box. Buy now.
It was quite a lot of work, believe it or not.
I can imagine.
But it does work.
I think you should buy those old burger phones in bulk and just release those as a product. You could do different pedals, all housed in burgers.
The thing is, it's not going to last that long, if I'm honest. If you took that's going to last you maybe half a gig.
That's part of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah. When will it fail?
Yeah.
Song number 2. All right, Leigh, I have had a marvellous time tonight. I think we've brought happiness and joy and the knowledge that no one in this chat is as weird as the people who decide Joe Bonamassa's merch.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I can't believe there's still 66 people watching. They've literally watched us talk absolute bonalocks for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's a point. Use a switcher so the pedal was always on. Clever. Right, I don't know how to end this because we've got no outro music. We've got nothing to promote at the end of this apart from Leigh's YouTube channel. There we go. Leigh, could you copy and paste your YouTube channel URL into the chat? Because if anyone wants to check you out, they can do so.
I've just posted that now. And if anyone likes Clod and Centaurs, I've just posted a demo of a £50 clone of one.
Nice. I'm not seeing it in the chat, and it might have caught it because you've put a link in there, you know. So I'm just waiting to make sure that it actually goes into the chat. And
let me put it in there without the www.
I didn't cover the new Jazzmaster yet because I haven't received it, Chris. It's now all the money's gone over. I sold a guitar. I did a classic thing, Leigh. Sold a guitar, and the guy that bought that from me paid the guy that I bought the new guitar from.
Okay.
So technically, no money came my way or left my way. I just sent a guitar, and received a guitar.
It's pretty cool.
And if my accountant's watching this, then that's all a lie. I'm just trying to be cool.
I really like the suggestion there from RT Smudge that he said at the end you just need to say buy now.
Good idea. Hang on. I'm gonna do you one better than that. If I can find my pen, which I can't. I bet
I've posted the link in there twice now as well, just for good measure.
Okay, I'm not seeing it on my stuff, but Lee you can just find. Is it Lee Fuge guitar or something like that?
Yeah. Lee Fuge guitar. I've just posted that in the chat.
Hang on.
It keeps highlighting it orange.
There you go. I was going to write "buy now" on a piece of paper and then show it at the screen, but I haven't got a pen because someone's nicked it. All right, everybody, I wish you a wonderful week. Dan and I will be back with the Guitar Stories podcast next week. And I think we should have Leigh on as a guest because Leigh's been amazing fun. And thank you for making this the most popular live stream I've ever done, you weirdos.
You're welcome.
I love you. And not in a I love you, I love my subscribers kind of way. This truly proves the people that watch my channel are the people that I could quite easily sit down and drink a nice cup of tea with. Maybe
Bonamassa signature cup of tea.
Maybe smoke a cigar and you know, stick it in the Joe Bonamassa big sexy.
And talk bonalocks.
Okay, Leigh. Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye now.